gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, this is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast live on a Saturday from Bravery Studios, Garfield, New Jersey. I am Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever on his worst behavior. I am no longer on vacation, but I am Mr. DM. Find me on Mama's DMs. Why come drinking my baby? Nobody can stop me. And on the line, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz that talks all the shit. Oh, he dropped.
Horrible timing.
Dropped in the middle of the intro. Well, when he comes back on, we'll finish the intro. How you living, Nolly Marv?
Living Mondo righteously, doing good, feeling good on the Saturday.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. There he is. The OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
That's Alex The MF'n Heel, a.k.a. the family of podcasting, also known as the man that says, fuck Mr. McMahon, and also known as Big Girl Could Crossface and have a run to a crossface on a OnlyFans coming near you.
Facts.
Why you being weird to me?
So I'm a horrible wrestling fan. I'm a horrible wrestling fan. After SmackDown went off last night, I turned to ESPN, I set the timer, and I went to sleep. I forgot Rampage was on. I completely forgot about the debut episode of Rampage, even though Rampage is in our fucking thumbnail.
Wow.
I watched it.
Yeah, I had to watch clips this morning. Thank God Christian won, first of all.
I was really surprised that he won. I was like, wow, that's different.
I mean, there would make more sense for him to win the Impact title and not win the AEW title in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It does. Just was expecting it.
Because now I just feel like that's going to end up being like a screw job. They're just going to have a way to beat him.
People right now, shit. One blow's off him.
Yeah.
He still got the AAA title.
When is Triple Mania? I thought it would have passed already.
I thought it would have too, but I had no idea it would come.
Yeah, because is it still Andrade for Triple Mania or is it somebody else?
Mm-hmm. Still Andrade.
Because I remember before Andrade got released, I think it was supposed to be Del Rio, right?
I think it was, but then shit happened with Del Rio. Then Kenny got it, and that was the end of that talk.
Yeah. Yeah. So Christian is now the Impact and TNA World Champion. This is actually the first time he's won the Impact Championship.
How you guys feel about that?
Well, I was going to clarify because he's been champion in Impact before, but that was before that was in 2006 before TNA had their own World Championship. They were using the NWA World Championship.
Yeah, this is his first TNA World and Impact title championship ever.
Yeah, so this is his first official. Oh, Triple Mania is today.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So let me see if I can find a card. Yeah, it is Andrade versus Omega for the I'm stumbling the Mega Championship. And I don't see anybody else of note that's on that card. No names that I recognize. So it's probably names you recognize. Oh, sorry, the Lucha Brothers are on his card. You probably might recognize some of these names, but I don't.
Yeah, I know. I'm good about having looked at the card. I didn't know it was today. I thought that shit was actually gonna be tomorrow or something.
Oh, Deonna Purrazzo's on the card too. She's taking on Fabi Apache, whoever that is.
That just sounds like a weird porn star.
Yeah, so we got Lucha Brothers, Deonna Purrazzo, and Omega Andrade. Assuming Omega loses tonight, does Andrade show up next week on Dynamite with the Mega Championship to brag that he's also beating Omega?
I would. I swear I would.
That would make the most logical sense. The fall of the Omega dynasty.
At this point right now, it kind of is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, when we get to All Out, does it become a once again a title for title match? Is it because Omega he'll probably want his rematch for the Impact Championship, so it's I'll only honor the title match to Christian if he puts the Impact Championship on the line. But then that puts us back in a predicament where it's somebody's got both belts.
I don't know. I feel like going forward now, if they got to deal with Impact, it's going to be both titles on the line at once. I don't think they're going to separate the damn thing.
Right. I want to say it's next week, the next Impact pay-per-view, which is Emergence. I believe it's next Friday. I think it's either the 20th or the 21st. So next weekend. It's Christian versus Brian Myers. So Christian might even lose that belt before he gets to All Out. You know, just make him the
I can't see Brian Myers. I can't see Brian Myers as champion.
Yeah. But I would make sense, you know, just make Christian a transitional champion, give the belt back to somebody that's full-time Impact, and then he comes back and has a match against Omega and then gets screwed.
I don't know. Got to think about this. At this point right now, Impact is starting to get all right, but people they want to be in a title picture, it's just like, eh.
Mm-hmm. And after the match, what do you call it? Jurassic Express came out to celebrate with Christian. They have a title match against the Young Bucks for the tag team championships. What do you think about their future at All Out?
I don't know. I feel like their future is going to be all right. Like anybody that ain't been seen on national television a lot, I feel like they got a brighter future. But if you would have been seen on TV a lot now, it's like you've been seeing you all over. You're nostalgic to see, but I don't see you being here the next 20 years or so doing the same thing, unless you're Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair. That's different.
Mm-hmm. And then the main event, I saw like I said, all I saw was clips. Britt Baker retained her AEW Women's Championship in her hometown of Brittsburgh.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I mean, it's a cool little nickname, Pittsburgh. Just change it to B because her name is Brittany.
So clever.
Yeah.
No time thinking on that. Just done.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got to bed late coming up with that idea.
Yeah. On the other channel, the show that I did remember to watch, SmackDown, we kicked off with the head of the table and the face that runs the place, Roman Reigns and John Cena. And they showed their ass on that promo. Go ahead.
That promo was a holding promo. It wasn't like their first promo where John Cena told Roman, "You have 5 years to practice for this. It's written down." No, they went full balls on deep, like it was two guys in the hood throwing jokes at each other, and then it started getting personal.
Yeah, because Cena said, "You've been protected. You've been so protected that you almost ruined Seth Rollins, and you ran Dean Ambrose out of WWE, and the crowd popped hard."
But then Roman Reigns came back with that. You might like missionary for 20 years. Nikki Bella didn't seem to like it.
Word. That was
oh man,
that was a hard one. That was a hard one.
John Cena probably wrote that for him. That doesn't sound like Roman.
No, Heyman probably wrote it for him.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, the sad thing what I found out is, Roman been going all script. They just would let him say whatever comes to mind just on TV because he's the head of the table. He hasn't had a script since he showed up as Tribal Chief. So Paul didn't write it, and nobody else in the back wrote it. It was just whether he thought at the time.
So he's getting better at it. Dude.
Yeah,
way better.
But
years.
The final punchline, which for some reason the crowd didn't pop as much as I thought they would. I guess a lot of people didn't catch the reference. Because Cena said,
I did.
"I'm going to take your title. I'm going to jump the barricade. And I'm going to run out of the stadium as fast as possible. I might even blow you a kiss." And the crowd kind of popped, but not as big as I thought. because that was a reference to CM Punk at Money in the Bank 2011 when he beat John Cena and allegedly left WWE with the title.
Hold on. He had to pause for a second. It says we're on hold.
Yeah, but I'm very upset the crowd didn't pop on that one because that was just as good as the other punchlines.
Maybe it was too deep of a cut. Like, not everybody called
I wouldn't even call it a deep cut. It was just a really good, like, you know, what do you call it in comedy? A callback.
Yeah.
It was a really good callback. And speaking of CM Punk, he was interviewed by, what podcast was that? I forgot what podcast it was. And they were asking him, what are you doing on the day of All Out? We know you'll be in Chicago doing a signing for the show he's on, Heelz. But he said, I'm probably not going to make it to All Out because, like you said, I'm doing the event for Heelz. And there's supposed to be a screening that night for the show. So he's quote unquote taking himself out of possibility of being there.
Yeah, he probably did, but also he also did throw a little shot when it was like, "Are you okay with other wrestlers saying, you know, the best in the world?" He said that could be anybody. He said, "Hell, didn't Daniel Bryan use that for a short period of time too?"
Mm-hmm. Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
Yep.
Chris Jericho, the best in the world at what I do. The actual best in the world, Shane McMahon. So yeah. So yeah, it's a work. As I responded to somebody online, it's a work. Whether he's going to be there or not, CM Punk is working the situation.
Hopefully, I'm not jumping ahead. But have you guys heard about the power struggle in WWE between Triple H and management?
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Because the whole thing where the quote came out, where I believe it was Laurinaitis said, "We no longer want NXT people, recruits in NXT. We don't want any more midgets or people in their 30s that would just want to start wrestling." So I believe it was said. I believe the intention of why it was said, but not 100%. There's an exception to every rule. I think the problem was that currently in NXT, there's like 15 people that are all 5'10", 190 pounds. When you have people like Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa that are special, the other 12 people that are the same size just make it look normal.
Gotcha.
There has to be an exception to the rule for the little guy.
That's what's considered short in wrestling, right? And
yeah.
thin.
Yeah.
First of all, that rule is considered. Why they never considered that for Rey Mysterio and for all of years?
But again, that was the thing at the time. Who else was Rey Mysterio size? Tajiri? That was about it.
You had whole Mexico and everybody else that was in the cruiserweight division, and they still pitted Rey Mysterio against Big Show, Kane, all the other motherfuckers that he was still smaller than.
Yeah, again, the exception. He was the standout person that was of that size.
If there was like 10, I think what Darth's saying, if there was like 10 Rey Mysterios, then Rey Mysterio wouldn't be special.
Yeah, and right now there's so many people that they're all the same size and they all have similar work styles in the ring, and it's like nobody looks special anymore from the eyes of the people in charge.
At this point right now, nobody seems special. Nobody seems special between Vince and John Laurinaitis and Eric Kiss people. Triple H sees something in everybody because he knows that everybody's a carbon copy of each other no matter what you do in wrestling. There's not no new moves being made. Everybody's in the same moves. People are going to be the same exact height doing the same exact thing. He already knows that. He's like, fuck it. I will just get him here and let them do what they can. Like, what else can you do? You can't do nothing else. Nothing. There's nobody out there that's special anymore. How many big guys have we seen in wrestling that all do almost the same exact moves? 100.
I think
how many guys we see in the heavyweight thing is like the same exact thing? Powerhouses, luchadors, cruiserweights. Everybody does the same thing. Ain't nobody special no more now. Everybody's basically neutral. I still don't understand why they would do it from perspective. And then to have it done under Triple H's and Shawn Michaels and William Regal's nose, because they didn't even send it out or know. Lord Knight just called these people while they was at home and let their ass go. They didn't even know they got let go.
The other thing is the business model for NXT. When Triple H took over, they were capitalizing on the indie boom because at the time Ring of Honor was really, really hot. So basically, NXT went and started their own Ring of Honor, their own super indie. That's what NXT was supposed to be. Then AEW came along, and it became, we've got to make sure, we protect the wrestling industry from the new guy on the block. Obviously, they lost the ratings war. So then it became, okay, well, if we're not going to beat them, let's just annoy them enough that they can't reach their full potential. They succeeded in that, I would say. They succeeded in just being, annoying in the ratings and whatnot, and annoying on the internet. But so now that they've switched days for whatever reason they actually switched, whether it was, because of scheduling, because TNT USA was going to get another show, yada, 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 whether it was just because they lost the ratings war, whatever. What is NXT's business model right now?
Put on better pay-per-views than WWE.
Yeah, that's true.
Put on better wrestling and better WWE. Have a fan base that fucking cheers every time a fucking ant pissed in the ring at NXT. I don't see what else business model they have. Like, the main roster has their main superstars, and that's what they rely on. NXT could pull out anybody out their ass in the bag and still give you a good match to have the crowd cheering. NXT is still, at this point, still technically better to me. It's always going to be the superior brand to me at this point now, because without Roman, John, Edge, any of the big name people, who on the main roster can step up and be the next big thing without having already been pushed back to the side?
Actually, quite a few people. They don't give them the chance.
Like I said, but if they went to NXT, what would be the first thing to happen?
You get a really good push out when you show up.
So NXT, technically, to me, it seems like that's the main brand, and Raw and SmackDown are the developmental at this point right now. Because hell, Finn left Raw, went back to NXT, and became a household name again instead of that bullshit ass fucking guy that smiled all the damn time and fucking lost hella matches.
Yeah,
he became Finn Balor he was before. NXT to me is really the main thing, and I feel like Vince and them felt threatened, so they had to start getting rid of people.
Well, here's something to prove your point. Last night on SmackDown, Shinsuke Nakamura won the Intercontinental title again. The last time he had the title, he won the title. He disappeared for 4 months, and then he lost the belt.
Yep.
And the person he just won the belt from won the title, disappeared for 4 months, lost the belt.
Like, really no point of you winning the belt on there. Once you win the belt, you disappear for a while.
Yeah. Although I said that gimmick they put on Apollo, it's not long-term. It's not meant for long-term success. There's not much to build with that character. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think he had the personality to flip it and make it something that can grow, kind of like the New Day. Because I've been going in depth in the New Day podcast. When they had their own idea for a gimmick, what they were given was something close to it, but it wasn't what they wanted. And eventually over time they flipped it back to what they wanted, or something that would work for them, that would work with their real personalities.
Like, the only few things WWE has gotten good is literally the New Day. Roman finally now.
Rollins finally now.
Yeah, the Hurt Business when they was together. Like Pratt, like past DX, Evolution, and we all know Triple H was in both of those, so they was going to thrive no matter goddamn what. They were never going to fail. Legacy,
Randy Orton.
Yep, the Usos, all these guys thrive. But when they first got there, nobody gave a flying fuck about these guys. The WWE kept doing what they did to Roman. They just kept pushing them down our throat. They just didn't OD it as much like they did Roman. That was it. Because when Usos showed up, I swear to you, when Usos showed up, I didn't give a fuck about neither one of them. Or I didn't care about who the hell they were. I didn't care about what family they were from. I didn't really care if they wrestled ever again. And then now, over the course of time, them being forced into tag team matches, and disappearing for a while. Then coming back and then tag team matches and people were cheering. I said, see, how do you not build a model for them, but you can't do that with anybody else on the roster? I don't get it. Hell, we have Keith Lee now. He was doing good, fought Randy, got ready to get in title picture, 2 different titles, disappeared both times, come back, lose, get COVID, out for a while, come back, lose again, didn't win a match. What the fuck was that about?
And I like how Keith Lee took the higher road when he told the story about why he was out for so long. He didn't mention the legal battle with WWE over his name, which also legitimately occurred, but he left it out of the story.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, me watching wrestling now, I don't know. I think a lot different than what I used to now. I used to be like, oh yeah, this is great. All this shit's cool. Now I'm like, NXT kind of where I kind of want to be, and now AEW is the second home I kind of want to be at now. I just watch WWE just for highlights at this point now.
On some bullshit, the picture of Camille and Layla Hirsch with that those 2 porn stars. What is it? Lauren Phillips and that little chick. I keep forgetting her name. That is the funniest thing I've seen in a very long time. Because the height difference is ridiculous.
Beyond ridiculous. It's like Big Show meeting Minnie the Stallion.
Yo, let's take a tangent real quick. Yo, I can't watch that chick, yo. I can't watch her. She looks 12. I can't.
Now, I said the same thing. So I realized she's a miniature pocket pussy in real life, and I was like, wow, I never thought they would make one of those in real life.
She has no
tits.
She's got no tits, no ass. It's weird. It's weird, dude.
But she can take miles and miles of shit. So I think that's the only thing that counts at this point.
I think that's the only thing that's ever counted, ever, honestly.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, the way they manhandle her, exactly. I swear I get vibes of them beating up Nunzio in WWE.
That's a really old scene too. Without giving away too much, when was the first time I seen that shit? Like fucking 3 years ago.
The sad thing is, she started following me on Twitter 2 years ago. And I don't know who she was. I just accepted the shit. And this is way before she got known the way she was. I was like, damn, I've been on this bitch since before her career. Damn. Wish I knew her personally. I'd be like, hey, bro, look, just get me on set. I want some of the free food.
Word. Can't pass that up.
Yeah, the free food. The free food next to some guy holding himself.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You gotta eat, man.
Hey, no. They keep that shit in another room. It's another room away from all the shit that's happening.
Oh, yeah, that would be, that makes more sense. That way there's like no lube splashing on your.
I hope that's the case in every situation. Sometimes I don't trust the cleanliness of a porno film set.
Yeah, dirty feet always turn. Is always the worst thing to see.
Like some are good, some are bad, and then some just pay you and tell you to get out. They ain't feeding you.
Word. The amateur ones, I can't see them feeding people.
Amateur ones ain't feeding no goddamn body. You got us fucked up. We already paying you. Ain't no need to feed you. Better eat before you get here.
All right. What I was gonna say. I think Raw and SmackDown were very, very forgettable, other than Cena Roman.
It really was. Like I don't remember none of those. That Cena and Roman kind of had me throughout it. And that's literally all I could think of.
Yeah, that's about it. Karrion Kross beat Jeff Hardy this week, right? And so he's finally. They ruined his whole debut. They ruined his debut. That's all I got to say about that.
Bro, they've been ruining everybody's debut at this point now.
Oh, Candice LeRae is pregnant.
Oh yeah, she is. When she's still gonna do a fall splash on somebody. I can see it. Pregnant and all.
Now, speaking of Candice LeRae, the date between Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good segment.
Oh, the whole bad boy shit.
Yeah. It's just nobody said you want to have sex with a man. You want?
They could have.
Because
I would have been okay with it.
Because that scene from Bad Boys where they're at the door, Will Smith just walks up. Who the fuck you, nigga? You look about 35. You ever had sex with a man? You want to? Pause.
I ain't gonna lie, that kind of terrified me. I was like, what do you want? You offer me some ass? Yeah, I'm gonna go home. You bitch ain't talking ever again. Your daddy over here trying to give you some cheeks. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, Will Smith delivered that line a little too well.
It was probably a callback to Brokeback Mountain. No, I'm sorry, wrong movie. That wasn't his movie. Wild Wild West.
Hey, it still could be a
there we
Brokeback Mountain callback.
Wrong cowboy movie.
It could still be on his DVD shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, DVD shelf. I think it's stuck in his DVD player.
Who still has a DVD player in 2021?
Will Smith probably has one.
I'm about to say shit. If you got a PS fucking 4 or Xbox.
Oh yeah,
One X, you got a DVD player.
Yeah, I forget that those things can play DVDs.
You know who don't forget? The poor people that have them.
Yeah, people in the middle of the country that don't have internet.
You know, most black people or somebody in America just live in them railback towns that don't got good internet.
Yeah. That's the only reason why this content still exists. We'd all be digital right now if it wasn't for the parts of the country that don't have internet or good internet.
At this point right now, I live in a part of a state that I still ain't got no goddamn good internet, so shit.
I mean, but you live in a city, right?
I live in a city, but where I stay at, the internet is still horrible.
Yeah.
Like, Google Fiber is uptown, and uptown for me is like 15 minutes away, and they all got Google Fiber, but they're not nowhere near ready to work on any of it out here. And I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? Like,
well,
you did Raleigh, you did Raleigh in a year. You did all of Raleigh in a year and got them all on Google Fiber. You can't even get close to outside of the uptown. You're gonna do it because that's where all the money's at. Fuck out of here.
From what I heard, they're gonna start. Like I think Atlanta is one of the cities that has Wi-Fi as like a utility, and everyone just has it.
Interesting.
New York has
that would be dope.
That wouldn't be a bad idea everywhere, but I think they're just still, putting it together everywhere. Certain cities have that already.
You hear me? New York has it.
New York has Wi-Fi as a utility?
Yeah, dude. Almost every version of an old payphone booth is literally a Wi-Fi, a free Wi-Fi router. You can just literally link onto it.
Wow, that's
They're in
genius.
certain parts of the city.
That's genius.
And they disguise it the one thing that you would never go to look at. Like, oh yeah, you just want to disguise this as
unless you're a Ninja Turtle.
A quick little telephone booth that nobody's never going to use and nobody's probably going to know what the hell it is. But you're going to walk by and be like, why did my phone just connect to Wi-Fi? Who the fuck Wi-Fi is over?
All right, moving on to our fantasy booking segments. Today, we're going to recap Alex the Heel's first episode of Dragon Force and the winners of your matches. So your opening match was Jay Lethal versus Cedric Alexander. And Jay Lethal has won. He won 55 to 45%. Next match, Sheamus versus Wardlow. Wardlow has lost. The Beast Wardlow has lost to Sheamus. And in your first tag team matchup, Grilled Young Veterans versus Beer Money. And Beer Money is out at the bar having a celebration right now after their win.
Better gotta have a nice little cold brewski.
Yeah, that was a landslide of 15 to 5. 15 to 5.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Actually, when we doing this, I should have drafted Shawn Michaels. I should have drafted Stone Cold Steve Austin over to be their manager.
Mm.
So when they win, they all celebrate by with a cold one.
In your first women's match, it was a triple threat between Rosemary, Toni Storm, and Naomi. Again, another landslide victory for Toni Storm. 12 votes to 5 for Rosemary to 3 for Naomi.
God damn, y'all niggas don't like Naomi. Y'all some pussy. You get us some more votes than that.
In our semi-main event, it was Kevin Steen versus Shane Taylor. Another landslide victory. Kevin Steen, 16-4.
You know what? In real life, that match would be fucking go crazy.
Yeah.
I really want to know who will win.
Yeah. Because they're very similar body types. You know, big guys with crazy athleticism.
Mm-hmm. No, not Keith Lee athleticism. You know, standing moonsaults, or high hurricanranas, jumping over top ropes.
And the main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the World of Stardom Championship. Mia Yim versus Gail Kim versus Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo. Now, if you remember, I sent you the results like an hour before the voting ended. It was a 3-way tie between Mia Yim, Gail Kim, and Thunder Rosa. I do believe your intention was for Thunder Rosa to win, right? Because that's who you voted for?
Mm-hmm.
Gail Kim is the final winner.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened.
Gail Kim, she won by 1 vote over Mia Yim and Thunder Rosa, they finished tied with 6 each. Gail Kim had 7, and Thunder Rosa had 3.
So apparently, the show did actually pretty better than what I thought.
Mm-hmm. So that is your opening show for Dragon Force. Now, what would have been really funny was if it ended in a 3-way tie. What would you have done to settle the score? What would you rebook the match as a triple threat?
Yep, it'd been booked a triple threat. Everything goes kind of match. That you have to decide that real winner.
Yeah. So I think this will work out with the way we're doing the voting, because it would if something like that would lead to a nice rematch, a purposeful rematch, not just a rematch to have one because.
Yeah, I don't need to have the same match week after week, week after week after week. Oh, sorry, we skipped 1 week, and then the next following week we got the same match again.
All right, now over to my show. In the WCWE promotion, that is Extreme World Championship Entertainment. My debut show for Warzone. Before I start, because I traded away Mike Chioda to you for the use of Paul Heyman, I'm now drafting Brian Hebner as my final referee.
Ooh.
The son of Earl Hebner.
The son of a thief. Got it.
Yes, he's not allowed near the merchandise table either, just in case.
Yeah, I don't trust you. I don't trust your daddy. You know, don't trust you, nigga.
All right, kicking off the show. We're going for cheap pops right out the gate. Shane McMahon, my GM, he's coming out. Here comes the money. Going to pop the crowd. He's going to announce the 8-man tag team eliminator tournament for the World Championship. You're going to pair 2 people up. You're going to have a tag team match. You advance to the next round. And if you advance to the finals, it then becomes a 1-on-1 for the World Championship, the IWGP World Championship. So not only do you have to cooperate with your eventual opponent, you also get to learn their skills while you're tagging with them. They can learn you. And that should make for the best possible match.
I like that.
And then Shane is also going to announce the G1 Climax style tournament for my MLW Openweight Pure Rules Championship. Yes, that is the most complicated tournament name in history. But basically, it's a round robin tournament. Everybody has a match against everybody else in the tournament. Once people with the best records, the highest 4 records advance to the single elimination tournament, and the last 2 people go on for the championship. And then we also announce the first match for the women's championship. It will be the first slot will be a gauntlet match, and that will take place the following week. But we are just announcing it now. And our main event, a first time ever match, because in my promotion, like WWE, if it happens somewhere else, it does not count. So first time.
I hate that damn rule.
First time ever, War Machine versus FTR with Tully Blanchard is my main event.
I swear I hate that damn rule. That's the dumbest rule ever. If it didn't happen here, it never happened. Even though 50 billion people on the planet have seen it before you got to it, it has happened.
Now, I actually tried to find a video of War Machine versus FTR, or whatever FTR was called before pre-WWE, which I don't really remember off the top of my head. I can't actually find a match between the two of them. I know they had an NXT match, but I can't find one of them pre NXT.
I really feel like there's one out there. I just feel like it's probably not recorded like most indie matches are.
Yeah, it's probably like some like local indie promotion, not like something recognizable.
Probably sound like something that happened down here in Charlotte. I feel like it.
All right, so my first match, because this is also for the open weight pure rules tournament. The first match is, well, hold on, let's announce the people in the tournament. It will be Alberto El Patron, Daniel Bryan, MJF, Walter, Danhausen, Adam Cole, Damian Priest, and Frankie Kazarian. And also let's announce the people in the World Championship tournament. Darby Allin, Adam Page, Kazuchika Okada, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Nick Aldis, and W. Morrissey, aka Big Cass, because a lot of people forget his Impact name. So the opening match for the Open Pure tournament: Danhausen versus MJF. Danhausen, who is very nice, very evil. And also, I forgot to mention while we were talking about Dynamite, there was a sign saying "We want Danhausen" in the opening segment of Dynamite. The crowd.
I wonder he's gonna show up.
I mean, he's in Ring of Honor. I don't see why he can't come for a show or two.
At this point right now, I could deal with him on commentary. I think everybody likes what he got to say no matter what.
I've become a Danhausen fan in the last 2 months. I've probably seen less than 10 total minutes of him wrestling, but I've probably seen like over 2-3 hours with him just talking. And that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. Because he lives his gimmick. Even without the face paint on, he lives his gimmick. No, I'm sorry. In his human face. Because his real face is the face paint, and then he puts on his human face to act like normal people.
I'm about to say, to be honest, I don't even know what his human face will look like, and I've been following him for a long time.
Hey, he's just a random white kid with a beard. That's all. Nothing special.
What I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, like, I just generally know where he like the face paint on. That's how he do. That's all I ever know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my opening match is Danhausen versus MJF. Basically, just MJF's going to beat the shit out of him. Is what I'm hoping for. And then, my second match is going to be the Iconics versus the tag team of Jordynne Grace and Rachel Ellerling. And this will have stipulation finish votes to vote on. It can be the Iconics win by roll up on Jordynne. It can be Jordynne and Rachel win clean via finisher. or it could be the Iconics win after Rachel Ellerling walks out on Jordynne Grace. As you see, I'm trying to shoot an angle here. Hopefully, the crowd picks the right way for my my finish.
Hey, WWE just made a big announcement out of the blue just now.
Okay.
And apparently, they're coming here tonight, and it's not planned. It's just like they're just showing up for tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it says they're making an announcement, a big one for the city of Charlotte. The speculations is that WWE may be planning a pay-per-view for the city.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they're just like scouting the building.
Yeah, this shit ain't that damn big, so I don't need scout shit.
All right. And then next up, we're going to have a Michael Cole backstage interview with The New Day. They're going to interview The New Day about the main event for the first time ever world championship. Sorry, not world championship. First time ever tag team match between War Machine and FTR. I just, because New Day always has something positive to say about everybody. Power positivity.
Oh yeah, today's Kofi's birthday.
Oh yes, yes it is. Happy birthday, Kofi.
That man is 40.
Yes.
He's almost like R-Truth. He's almost an eternal vampire also.
And according to Big E, he is no longer in the same category as Ian Woods because he's past the 39 mark. He's no longer in his 30s. He cannot compare himself to the other two. He's now an old man. And then next match, we have, this is going to be a banger. If this was a real life match, this is a banger. Walter versus Frankie Kazarian. And that is the second match in my open weight pure championship.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a banger of a match in real life. Another ladies match, a singles this time. Tennelle Dashwood versus Charlotte Flair. And this too will also have, I'm also trying to shoot an angle. I'm going to have stipulation finishes to vote on. Either Tennelle wins clean, Tennelle wins via DQ, or Charlotte wins via dirty pin. So yeah, I'm trying to shoot an angle there. Hopefully the crowd helps me out on the voting. Next up, we're going to have an interview right after the match. Renee's going to come out to attempt to do an interview, but out comes Paul Heyman. Why is Paul Heyman here? Paul Heyman is here on behalf of his client, Brock Lesnar. And why is Brock not in the World Championship tournament? Why has he been left out? Commissioner Shane will have to answer sometime soon. Otherwise, there will be hell to pay.
Right now, that sounds like something I don't want to answer. Why you got this bullshit? Yeah.
My next match is the first tag team match in the eliminated tournament for the World Championship. It's going to be the tag team of Darby Allin and Adam Page versus the tag team of Kazuchika Okada and AJ Styles. Yeah. So potentially Darby Page could be our World Championship match. Potentially Okada versus AJ could be our World Championship match. Like I said, if you got to work with your partner if you want that world title, you got to work with your eventual opponent. And then, as we already announced, the main event is War Machine versus FTR. And this would be a banger tag team match in real life.
I'm okay with all this.
However, I'm also shooting an angle in this match too. I scribbled. What the fuck did I write? Uso. Something about the Usos showing up. Jesus Christ! What the hell did I write?
What the hell you scribbled that bad? You forgot what it was.
Okay, here we go. All right. Either the Usos come out post-match and go face to face with the winner out of respect, just saying we want next, or the Usos jump them from behind. Which way are we going with the Usos? Are we going Uso penitentiary, or are we showing respect?
I'm going Uso penitentiary. If you're going to show up, you're going to show for some bullshit. Probably go ahead and penitentiary.
And that is the end of my show. The Usos are showing up right before we go off the air. Put some respect on the tag team division. They are the main event.
I'm sorry, when you said Usos show up, that just became the main event.
Precisely. Yeah, so voting for Warzone will go live sometime on Wednesday, and we will report back next week. And next week you can book your pay-per-view. What is your pay-per-view this month? Your pay-per-view this month is Taboo Tuesday. I guess I'll put voting on Tuesday this week then, since it's Taboo Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was looking at somebody sent me. When the hell did Tiger Newport, New York, just up half from 16.25?
Say that again?
When did a pack of Newports in New York cost $16.25?
Oh, it's been over $10 for a while.
It's been over $10 for at least 10 years.
The
last time I bought a pack of Newports, I bought a pack of Newports in New York like 10 years ago, and it was like $12.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's still below $10 in Jersey. It's creeping up there, but it's still below 10.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
When I smoked Newports, it was $8 for a box. I don't smoke Newports no more, thank God.
Back in my day, I actually remember cigarettes still being like $5.
Yeah, I remember that. That's before I even smoked.
I think that was when I was in college. It was like $5 still.
Yeah, no, I was much younger when it was $5.
I remember going on vacation to Virginia, and a pack of Newports was like $1.85.
Oh, but it's still cheap down there.
Yeah.
Alex, how much is a pack by you?
Probably like $3, $4.
For a pack of Newports?
Yeah.
Or a pack of anything?
Yeah.
Like $6 or some shit?
Yeah, I figured it'd probably be in that range. Yeah, man, you gotta living in New York, bro. It's fucking expensive.
Yeah, the closer you go to where tobacco is grown, the cheaper it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you now, I feel like if I live in New York and I wanted to just live in New York, I would have to be a bum because that's where I can live.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of bums there, so I mean, you can fit in with those crowds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I once had a life goal to be a bum. That didn't work out very well.
I mean, yeah, I've thought about going nomad and just packing a bag and just walking around. But I don't know. It's my plan B if the studio doesn't work out. It's going to be like the guy from the TV show Kung Fu.
I missed that show.
Yeah. Except for not the, I think he died from jerking off.
What?
Yeah.
No, than jerking off. He died from erotic asphyxiation in Hong Kong.
Yeah, he used to choke himself and jerk off.
How Lamar Odom almost went out.
He did that too?
You don't remember when he almost died from like 2 years ago?
I heard that he almost died.
When Chloe went to save him, even though they were trying to get divorced.
I didn't know it was from that.
he had like 3 hookers and like a fucking kilo of coke in his hotel room.
Yo.
And ecstasy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was like 3 hookers, like some crazy amount of coke and ecstasy. And he basically like he damn near died from like OD and and Viagra. He had like tons of Viagra.
Yo, these guys.
That motherfucker said, "Look, if I'm gonna go hard or go home."
Yeah, word, pretty much. They're on some Charlie Sheen shit.
Except it's Charlie Sheen getting people infected.
Oh yeah.
Charlie Sheen get people infected, but also at the same time,
give him AIDS.
Charlie Sheen had tiger blood in him, so he was the Tiger King before Tiger King.
Well, yeah, his tiger blood was infected though, but yeah.
And the thing was, he was giving hookers they were making them sign waivers to have raw sex with him.
Yo.
So they can't even go back and sue him now.
Do you ever see a Charlie Sheen movie and be like, I wonder if he gave her AIDS?
Hot Shot Part 2.
Word. Like, did he smash that chick? Because he always had like a female co-star, and you're always wondering, like, damn, did he smash? Did he give her AIDS, bro?
At this point right now, I'm scared anybody go. You used to hang with Charlie Sheen back in the day.
Yeah. If
Well, they say like 80% of Hollywood has herpes anyway.
Yeah,
and John Cena and The Rock are part of Hollywood, so
yeah. I guess you're right.
Batista.
Yeah.
I don't know. Batista a little different. See, The Rock and John Cena won't be everything. Batista just wants to live.
Yeah, I don't think Batista's on the A-list yet. You think he's A-list? You think he's doing the Hollywood party scene?
You're in Marvel. I think that just automatically puts you on A-list.
You could be right. You could be right.
Him and James Gunn are like the best of friends. So I would guess he'd be A-lister. Because David Batista said that he was going to lead Guardians if Disney wanted him to lead, and James Gunn said, "Nah, bro, you're Drex forever. You always got a job as long as I'm around."
Yeah, they got really cool.
Yeah.
I said, what? We know what that means. He done hit the big time now. What WWE? What? Marvel money? What? Yeah, he ain't never come back.
I definitely laughed more at Batista than I did at John Cena in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
What you mean? John Cena made that movie because John Cena overacted the hell out of it.
Don't get it twisted. I laughed at John Cena too, but I think Batista was funnier because he was like, he was kind of dumb, right? He was like, he didn't get sarcasm. He couldn't understand sarcasm, and I'm like, yo, that's hilarious. I just find that hilarious. Like, he was like, I guess that joke went over your head. He's like, nothing goes over my head. I'd catch it. Like, yeah, I think Batista's funnier. John Cena's still funny too, though. He's still funny too, though.
You got to understand, John Cena in that movie. People don't like John Cena in a lot of movies like that, but that movie right there, everybody was like, "Bro, John Cena made that movie." Like,
oh yeah,
that's his John Cena character was just like John Cena getting booed over the course of his life made him the right evil character in that movie.
Yeah, that was him. That character was made for him. But I still think Batista's like just funnier, just in Guardians. If we're comparing wrestler actors,
I said no, Batista's funnier on Twitter because some fans say, "Can we get a movie with John Cena, The Rock, and Batista together?" Batista said, "And that's enough for me."
Yeah, why would he want to? I already worked with them. Like,
I was about to say, you know why? Because they're gonna be like, "All right, cool." So in this scene, the John Cena's gonna hit you with an AA, The Rock hit you with a rock bottom. He's gonna be like, "Hold up now, wait a minute, niggas. I ain't done that in years. Don't no hell no. Let's not do that."
Yeah, and The Rock's got those clauses in his contract where he can't look bad in a fight.
First of all, we were somebody to really beat The Rock ass in real life, and then he got to explain what happened. Well, he will say, he don't really lie as much when it comes to like that, but he gonna have to tell the truth. That's gonna be a weird conversation for him to tell the world. Yeah, so this dude did beat my ass, and guaranteed, I'm like, he what? Rock, he's soft now.
But like what? Like a street fight? Somebody fighting The Rock? I mean, he's a big dude, bro. I don't know if you could take him out.
I mean, but we're talking like somebody that can like physically match up with him.
Somebody who's on his level though. The Rock's huge. There's not.
I don't know.
Many.
Pick somebody in the UFC heavyweights.
Oh yeah.
To be honest,
if we're going there, yeah. But we're talking about street fight though.
Oh, okay.
A street fight. The Rock might still beat a UFC guy in a street fight. No rules.
I don't know.
Just elbow somebody in the face.
I don't know because
The Rock's also 50.
Okay. Yeah.
Their last name say Saint Pierre behind it. Rock ain't beating him. He going down. The motherfuckers train themselves to fight just like how Samoans train themselves to be the wrestlers or football players.
Oh wait, are we talking about George St. Pierre? Because he's old too now. He's really old.
Yeah, but the way they train their people and their family, bro, it's like when you come out the womb, when you get put into an arm bar, you get trained from birth.
Yeah, I guess so. But Samoans got that Samoan strength. Like they just look like punching them will be like it'll hurt you.
Like that's why there's the unwritten rule in wrestling: you never headbutt a Samoan.
Yeah, word. Like it looks like it'll kill you.
I headbutt Samoan. If you could tell, you let me headbutt him with a Buick, I headbutt him. Headbutt nobody else. Oh, Mark, that reminds me. When It's Friday podcast came up, and I said I wanted to call in. Did you hear the argument that me and DX had?
Yeah, I did. I didn't think of it as an argument, but yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the X ain't getting away from me, not by a long shot. The shit ain't over. It makes no sense, sir.
No, but the X be having drunk explanations for stuff. He be drunk explaining, like that's why.
Bro, that wasn't even drunk explaining. That was just like you never read it, you don't know, so you're like, what it is, what I see.
That
I'm
part,
like, trying to explain it to you, bro.
That part, when we figured out what he was talking about, yeah.
What were they talking about this week?
There's a show called What If.
Oh.
DX did a horrible job of explaining what he meant. He wanted the show to be like 10 minutes of this character, 10 minutes of that character, 10 minutes of that character, but it's 30 minutes of one story.
Right.
But he went about explaining it in a weird way, which confused everybody. But DX, we saw us, bro. What do you want to do?
Right.
And then
I
called in.
Like I know it, and I get it, but at the same time, like sometimes explain the what if comic books are a what if all of just one main character. They don't split off in the comic books of multiple people. It's just if it's about Spider-Man, it's about Spider-Man.
Yeah,
there's nobody else outside Spider-Man. He was like, but we need more than one. If it's a multi-world, I said, oh my God, I'm getting a little headache over here. I'm going to reach through the TV and choke you. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying though. Like it would be dope if it was like, because it's only going to be like 10 episodes, right?
9 episodes and a season 2 already been announced.
Okay, so that's a good part. But if it was only 9 episodes, then you only get 9 stories. The way DX wants it to be is like there'll be like 30 stories because there'll be 3 stories every episode or something like that.
But then that would make no sense going forward into the multi-world madness.
They only shoot their load too early.
Yeah.
I was about to say they only go in certain universes that's been done through that. You did like 30 different damn stories in one season. There will be no way, chance in hell we'll see any of them things in a live action movie.
Yeah,
they just gonna overskip
it'd be too much. It'd be a lot. They would shoot their load. They'll probably run out of ideas by season 2.
Kevin Feige,
That's also kind of like it's kind of like schizophrenic because it's all over the place.
I mean, there are shows that do that though. There are shows that pull it off.
Wasn't WandaVision like that?
No, well,
I didn't watch it.
It was only one character, but different timelines or different eras. But what if it's different universes? Like, what if this girl was Captain America?
Right.
It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
tell you, it's gonna be a fun ride because once we get to the Marvel Zombies, that's when everybody's gonna start busting a load.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't even watched Loki yet. I gotta watch. I haven't even watched Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Winter Soldier and Falcon is historically telling the story of the super soldier serum from a different perspective. You know how they tested other people, so that's good if you want to watch it and understand from beyond Captain America what they did when he was frozen. It makes sense. But if you watch Loki is just a part of the rest of the real Marvel Cinematic Universe at this point. So any more movies you watch going forward is all due because of Loki ass.
I just don't like Anthony Mackie as an actor. Not even as a person, I don't like him. He's Papa Doc. He's forever gonna be Papa Doc to me. So I don't know. I don't really have respect for him. His name is Terrence.
And Terrence went to school with both parents, and Terrence's parents have a real good marriage.
I'm tell you right now, I'll be a deal. I know how to beat you. He'd be like, what? And I'm just breaking Eminem in. He'll be like, what the?
Yo, if Eminem...
You don't want to battle, you shook, because there ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death, scared to look at his fucking yearbook. Fuck Cranbrook.
Yo,
and it's time for us to get out of here.
You imagine if Eminem makes a cameo in a Marvel movie? Just to
oh my God.
Just to give like Anthony Mackie like a little callback.
Yeah.
It'd be like Kevin Hart saying damn about damn Cheetos age.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Did you see that, Darth? Before you close?
No.
I'm gonna show you after the show.
Okay. I've been Darth Messiah. This has been the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast and other stuff. Winter Soldier porn, yada yada yada. You, sir.
Winter Soldier porn. I like that. This is Alex The MF'n Heel.
Good night, Gnarly Marv.
Good night, Ultra Heelz. Even though it's afternoon.
Yeah. I'm just so used to saying it. We out of here.
Hey man, somebody going to sleep.